Hey, how's it going, guys? Filmmaker Dave, and last night I went to my first Pechakucha, and it was held at Avenue Concept in Providence, Rhode Island, and hosted by Christopher Donovan. So about a week ago, my friend reached out to me. She was like, hey, you should totally try one of these Pechakuchas, and you can talk about your burning desire for like drone photography, or even just like the Crook Point Basketball Bridge, since it's one of my favorite subjects to photograph. And I just sat on it for about a week, and then the day before the event, I was like, oh, I should try to see if I can get in this. So I reached out to Christopher on Facebook, and I was able to get one of the slots left, and I got to present a little bit about my burning desire for drone photography of historic abandoned architecture in and around New England. So check out this video, which was shot by my good friend Jason Allard, who is the creator of Abandoned from Above. You can find his YouTube channel, Uncommon Sense, or you can just Google in Abandoned from Above, and you'll find some really dope documentaries, and there's a few that I helped film. But yeah, anyways, go check that out. And right now, here's the video that my friend shot for me, so check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
All right, so next up, and I need to preface, well, I'll postscript. I'll postscript, not preface. All right, so I'm going to bring up David Lawlor. David is a photographer living at AS220. He loves photographing history, mostly abandoned history. He loves flying his drone around Rhode Island and photographing the beautiful architecture that speaks to him. If you've seen the previews, you know you're in for a treat. Let's welcome David Lawlor.
Thank you.
Don't make it Dave.
Thank you. All right, first one. Oh God, here we go. Cause I'm not weak, and I am bold, and the fire you put me through turned me into gold. That was a quote by Ruth B. from her song, if you are familiar with Golden. And this is a photograph of the Crook Point Basketball Bridge the morning after the fire. Do you guys remember that? I was devastated. It sucked a lot. This is my first one, so bear with me. Burning desire runs through my veins. I go to sleep at night, and I have dreams about abandoned mills. I had one this the other night, and then the morning after, I woke up, and it was a beautiful morning, a beautiful sunrise, and this is what I captured. Boop. You know, when I first bought my drone, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a lot of money off of this. That's clearly not the case. Definitely not. Don't do it. Don't buy it for that reason. You want to buy it so you can find different perspectives that you don't see with your own two eyes and that no one else sees. And that's what brings a lot of joy. As you can tell, the Crook Point Basketball Bridge is my favorite subject to photograph. It ignites the fire since I was little. Like going to Dr. Greco's office on the east, Riverside, like seeing that like every year at like the age of like 6 and not knowing what it was exactly. Like that's a big deal for a little kid. And quick question, like, I'm sure there's photographers out there, like, what is it that you're passionate about to photograph? Because just let me know. I'd like to learn more about, like, what your favorite subjects are. So I was riding the train to Suffolk, like, 2010, 2011, and I remember just, like, Google imaging, like, all photos of Crook Point. I was like, I need to find like different perspectives, but now I'm able to do it. And this is a top-down shot, so it's above the bridge, over 400 feet. Like I was trying to push it to like 450, something like that, legally. But it's a lot of fun. Chasing storms and weather anomalies is another big thing as a drone photographer. If you can find really cool architecture that you can capture. I caught this during the storm when there was that double rainbow in Providence, if you remember. That was a fun time, super scary. Like my drone got caught like in the rain. This is another one. This was the Superman building. I flew it up in the fog. It got drenched in like the fog and the mist. I recommend don't doing it. I do it like in like a parking lot, like when there's like no one around, because otherwise you could get in trouble. I have these cards. I'm not gonna use them right now because clearly that's not working. All right, so this is the double rainbow that I captured on my drone. Again, like flying your drone through the rain, it sucks so much, but 10 out of 10 times, like it's definitely worth it if you can capture those moments. Because I don't know, you're definitely not going to capture this just from the ground, and it's a lot of fun. And then over the course of, I've been doing it for about a year now,
And I noticed like there's like repetition on like the theme that I like to photograph, and it's definitely the bridge, and you'll see it's definitely the Superman building. But I'm like almost close to like a full year, so I can't wait for fall, where I can capture the fall foliage with all these abandoned properties. Again, I like photographing abandoned stuff. There's something about it that I love. I think it really has to do with maybe because I'm adopted, and my parents. No, wait. My parents gave me up, but it's okay. I have a good family now. I have a brother, great. I have a lot of great friends out there like Jason. So it's fine. We're fine. We're doing what we're doing. Another great thing is that you can just drive around. Drive around with your drone. Like I randomly stumbled upon this beautiful abandoned mill complex. And I'm actually trying to get the talents to let me do a documentary on it. And if that happens, I'll have my friend Jason over there who's on camera. I'm going to have him help me out with this documentary. But this is so beautiful. Another beautiful mill. It doesn't look beautiful, but to me, I freaking love it. Like, when I look at this, it's like there's a beautiful mill that's just trying to keep a roof over its head. Like, how many of you out there are trying to keep a roof over your head? Like, financial, mental instability. Like, I'm there with you. Like, we all have issues. But like just capturing like this, and Pawtucket in Central Falls, like Conant Mill was almost fully destroyed, engulfed in flames. And I was so sad because a week ago I was photographing these mills and they were standing, but now they're like 90% gone, except for building number 6, which was built in 1919. And what I love about it is like, I wish I was there for that, even though the working conditions sucked. Totally get it. Another thing is like in the city is a new thing that I'm trying to do is like I love the Superman building just as much as everybody else here, I'm sure. And like this is one image that I just captured, which is like my favorite city one so far. And I just want the world to, I want Rhode Island to remember this image. And then this is another one that I friggin' love. It actually was rotated the other way, but I flipped it the other way because when I look at it, it's like we're at the top of it and it's like we're gonna fall down it. And it also looks like one of the spaceships from like Star Wars, if you kind of see it. That's what I noticed. But I don't know. It's just like you can just like think of different compositions that you can do while you're like flying your drone and just try to find those historic architectures that you wish that maybe you could go back in time and visit and just like be a part of that life. But I mean that's not how life pans out. But at least you have a drone, you can do it. And like there's not that many people out there that just do these beautiful things. Like I probably know like a handful of photographers. Like there was like one guy, Drew, he does it as well, and I saw him doing it in the city. I was like, why haven't I done it in the city yet? Like the city is beautiful. Like if you can like do a long exposure of the city and capture it so well, if you have the eye for it and the talents, like definitely go for it. Another thing is trying to go, I try to push the limits to like how high I can fly. Legally, you can only go 400, but if your subject's 400, you can go 400 above. So you can go 800 feet. Not a lot of people probably know that, but legally you can do that. And I like to push the boundaries as much as I can, because like how many people do you know have a photograph 763 feet? And lastly, I just like the community that I'm in. Between urban explorers, like my friend Jason, photographers like Jay, like there's a lot of different subcultures out there, and I'm just happy that I'm part of it because I just can keep creating. I can meet new people. I can just fly my drone, just capture this architecture that you and I wouldn't be able to see from standing on the ground. But thank you. Thank you.
So you wouldn't believe it, but 12:32 p.m.